Welcome to Go. I'm your host, Jordan Hurtner, and we are outside of the mosque as Ramadan is happening from June 18th until July 17th. It's where the Muslim community comes together and they fast from sunrise until sunset. In Alberta, that can be 16 to 19 hours of no food and no water. So they've started a campaign, it's called Fasting with a Muslim Friend, and I had to join in. So I have not eaten anything since 3:30 this morning. I think we're going now on about 11 hours of no water and no food. And outside where it's 30 degrees, no water is posing to be a little bit difficult. We're gonna join another faster later in the show. Her name is Laura. We'll see how she's doing because she's probably going on about hour 14 by the time we catch up with her. We'll also catch up with Dr. Mirza. He's been partaking in Ramadan for decades and decades, but that's going to come later in the show, so you'll have to stick around for that. First though, beauty and inspiration are often in the eye of the beholder, certainly true at performance art galleries. Shaw TV's Tim Dancy has the story. Welcome back. We are still at the mosque as Ramadan is happening from June 18th until July 17th, and joining me, Dr. Mirza. We are both fasting right now. I've actually also joined in for a day. Quickly before we get into that though, this map behind us has lights everywhere, and I would like to know what these lights represent.
This is a world map which our young people designed here to show that where our communities are present globally. We have the Ahmadiyya Muslim communities in about 206 countries of the world where we have a mosque, mission house, and communities. And
so
then
a lot of people are fasting.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think globally we believe that out of 1.8 million Muslims, all the adults who are able to fast are fasting. It's difficult to say what numbers, but this map just shows to the children that we are global in nature.
So let's quickly talk about what Ramadan is for those who don't know.
Ramadan is the holy month in Islamic calendar, which is in which people fast, keep the fast from sunrise to sunset. And literally it means that burning in the fire. It means that it really cleans you up. And then when you start fasting, it comes by the lunar calendar. That's number one. So you are, I think God didn't cause too much hardship for us. He wanted to create that in your lifetime, you're fasting when it's too long, 17, 18 hours. And then also you're fasting when it's winter here. So those are much smaller. Although abstaining from food is pretty tough because we are always tuned to eat.
Yes.
So once you stop eating, then it really gives you an idea of what's going on.
So right now there's a campaign called Fasting with a Muslim Friend, and that's what I'm doing today. So it's just one day. It's not the full 30 days. I've been, I think, 11 hours, and I'm starting to feel just kind of sluggish. And, you know, I'm starting to understand. I think the hardest part so far has been the water for me, you know, not having any water. But tell me where this stemmed from, this idea, because I think it's great to break barriers within our communities.
I think we have about 64 communities in Canada. And one young, brilliant boy somewhere in Toronto, I know where our head office is, thought of it. Then it went before a group of wise people, our committee, consultative. So that's what we decided. And then they work out pretty hard to who is signing in. For example, that girl, Laura, which we'll meet tonight, she saw this on Huntington Post, I guess. So that's where she signed in. So that's how we believe that brilliant minds are there. And we are very happy because it helps for the people to remove any myths about Islam. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, Islam in the media is a negative image. But once you look that we are ordinary people, we also eat. And then we get much better. Our toxic material goes out. So I think that's the benefit of Ramadan.
I think it's great. I just want to quickly ask you just what happens if I were to break the fast or if you were to break the fast?
Nothing will happen in the sense that because it relates to God. For example, you are fasting, yes, just to see the pain. If you have such a condition, then you will break the fast, and God is not going to be angry with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm able to fast. I've been fasting for since when I was 16 years old. I'm 72 now. I have no problem. But if I get suddenly sick, for example, then I have the right by God that you could break your fast.
There you go. Well, I'm not going to break it. I'm determined till 10:05 tonight when Lauren and I join your table. Exactly. And after the break, we're actually going to meet this Laura and see how she's doing in her fast. But we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Go right here on Shaw. We are about 13 hours into the fast. No food, no water. I'm feeling slightly sluggish, and I'm curious to see how Laura's doing because she is also fasting alongside of me, and we're going to catch up with her later in the show. First though, students are using valuable life lessons to help kids in need. Shaw TV's Jen McDonald has the story. Welcome back. Joining me, Laura. Both of us are partaking right now in the Ramadan fasting, just for one day. So fasting with a Muslim friend. I'm curious why you decided, hey, I'm going to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw they had an article on a Huffington Post, and I just thought it was a really cool idea. You know, it's so much of the community, there's so much negative press about Muslim and the Islamic faith, and I was really impressed that these folks were willing to do outreach during Ramadan, and I just really wanted to support that.
So far, tell me about your morning, how it went, and where we are now, and how you're feeling.
Okay. Okay, well, I drove over there. That's one I didn't see coming. I drove over to the family's house for a meal at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we had a lovely meal and had a nice conversation about Ramadan and a little bit about faith in general. And then I came home and crashed, and I've been doing pretty well. I miss water. Do you miss water?
I miss water, and I think we're on what, our 13th hour so far?
Yes.
Close to. I'm, let's just say, looking forward to breaking the fast at 10:05.
Yes, very much so.
Oh my goodness. So quickly, you know, how is your body feeling just overall? Because if for me, I'm feeling sluggish and tired. Like, it's not the food.
Yeah, I think that's for me. It's just feeling more tired than I think I would otherwise. So I'm just trying to take it easy. I rode my bike to work today, but it's not a far ride. And I went very slowly, and I think I'm probably going to have a nap.
I'm all on board with that. And just quickly, why do you think, you know, I don't know, I think we were 1 or 2 of 5 that are doing it in Edmonton. Not many. We need to get more people on board for this.
Yes, for sure. So hopefully stuff like this will help get the word out.
I love it. You know what? We're going to break the fast, and we're going to be breaking it with the viewers tonight at 10:05. We're looking forward to that. I think there's going to be a nap in between, but we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Go right here on Shaw. Well, it's finally that time. If we look around, the sun has set, and that means it's time to break our fast. So I'm gonna head inside, grab some food. You're gonna be along for the experience, but first, sit back for another big summer story. All right, she's just fixing me up right here. I wanted to say thank you, first of all, for this lovely scarf and for welcoming both Laura and I into your home. We've had a lovely experience trying Ramadan for just one day, and I hope everybody out there decides to try it. Thanks once again, and thank you for watching Go. I've been your host, Jordan Hurtner. Take care.
You're welcome anytime. Khush Amdeed.